My standards for a woman are a little bit different. Most guys are okay with the woman being at home and the man being the breadwinner. Most guys are okay with hypergamy. Most guys are okay with the woman having a slutty past. Most guys are okay if they think that a woman needs to fall under her or fall under his manly power, so to speak. Excuse me. Most men are okay with that. I'm not. I'm not okay with a woman choosing me or discarding me based on my finances. I'm not okay with a woman being hypergamous. I'm not okay with a woman being under my male, power. I don't want that. I want mutuality. I want mutual love. This isn't to say that I don't want a woman to be a woman, but I disagree with and ultimately don't adhere to traditional roles, traditional gender roles. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm not saying they're not there for a reason. I'm not saying they can't be beneficial. I just question them. I question the fact that a woman is going to only seek after a guy with resources. I question that. I don't like that. It doesn't sit well with me. I question a woman who is going to only seek after a man who's a real manly man and who is real stoic and exhibits all these characteristics of what people think a real man is, and he hunts and he's real deep and quiet and all this weird. It's like, no, dude, I'm just a human being. We're just human beings. I don't like that men would pursue that type of behavior just so they can get a woman. I think it's phony. I think it's weird. I think that it's some kind of esoteric dream poem that they have in their heads that I need to go be a hunter and I need to adhere to this alpha shit. And it's like, bro, just be yourself. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. Be comfortable with who you are. Own who you are. Love who you are. And find a woman who loves you for who you are. Don't change yourself in order to attract a woman. So much out there, so much information out there is to change yourself. Now, I would go so far as to say, yes, improve yourself. That's fine. Improving yourself is good. Nothing wrong with improving yourself. But don't change yourself. You are who you are. Okay? That doesn't mean if you have some bad traits that you shouldn't try to change those bad traits and improve yourself to make yourself better. But to try to sort of emulate what you think a real man is and what an alpha is and all, that's just, I think that in and of itself proves that you're beta. I think the ones who are trying to pretend like they're alphas are actually just beta men. Men who are weak and they feel like they're weak and they feel like they need to compensate for that weakness. Here's another thing that I feel like is part of my, that I think is part of my, how I choose women, part of my standards. If I'm weak, I might be weak temporarily. We go through periods of temporary weakness. We go through periods of depression. We go through periods of illness. That's weakness. Okay, what's the ultimate weakness? The ultimate weakness is death. If we're not dying, okay, if we're not dead, then we still have some power. But illness is close to dying. So if we're ill, we have some weakness. So if you're weak, would a woman leave you? That's part of my standards. I'm not going to choose a woman who's going to leave me because I'm weak, or because I lose my job, or because I have less money than she thinks I should have, or because I'm not as manly or as powerful or as alpha as she thinks I should be. That's weirdness. That's not real love. That's part of my standards. See, I have different standards than a lot of people. I'm not bragging about that. I'm just saying my standards come from, I know what it is to be cheated on. I know what it is to be betrayed. I know what it is when people are disloyal. Friends, family, girls, relationships. I've been through it all. I've been through it all. I've been through the worst of the worst, some of the worst situations that you could imagine. I've been through. I've lived through them. I ain't no spring chicken. I ain't no young buck, so to speak. I may be young in age. Okay, I'm in my 30s, but, you know, I've been around the block. I've got stories, okay? I've been through shit, and I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to say that I understand human nature. I understand what being sold out is. I understand how disloyal people are. This means you have to earn more to me than a regular girl. Most of the time, girls hold the sexual market value, so they expect the guys to chase them. I'm not interested in that at all. I'm not interested in chasing you. Why would I do that? Because that gives you all the power. If I'm chasing you, you hold the power. You hold the power in the relationships. The relationship is never going to work out because there's no mutuality. You're the one who has the power in the relationship because I'm chasing you. And I'm not going to do that. That's just for starters. Secondly, you have to win my trust. I say win my trust and earn my trust. Both of those, you have to win it and earn it. Why? Because I know what disloyalty is. I've lived through disloyalty. I've lived through getting people who supposedly are my friends, supposedly are my lovers, supposedly are my my dating partners and relationship partners who stab me in the back. I've been through that. I don't trust you. I don't trust most people. I've been around people who you would have never thought would have turned on you, who I would have never thought would have turned on me and ended up turning on me, who I thought were the sweetest girls and ended up to be liars and cheaters and worse than other girls. I don't believe you. I don't believe your little act. I don't believe your sweetness. It's all phony and fake. Women are wonderful actors. They've learned how to do this to create that leverage in the sexual market. So no, I'm not going to chase you. And I'm not going to hope that if I become a man or if I'm alpha enough or if I can go hunt and prove that I'm a man and woo-woo this, woo-woo that you're going to jump on my dick and it's going to be, king and his queen happily ever after. Sorry, the statistics don't back that up. Sorry, people cheat all the time. Women, it's easy as hell for women to cheat. Divorces happen all the time. Sorry. It ain't gonna float. It ain't gonna fly. It ain't gonna fly, bro. So, my standards are different. I want to see a woman in the trenches with me before I commit. I want to see a woman suffer with me, suffer through my weaknesses, suffer through my hard days. Because I'm going to have some hard days. That's what relationships are about. I want to see her suffer through my illness, if I ever have an illness, and stick around and still love me. Because that's what real love is. Real love isn't, gosh, I'm just biologically programmed to choose the best mate, so I'm going to dump this guy and go find somebody else and then slap a label on that called love. Sorry. That ain't love. Sorry. So I know what it is. I know what it is. I ain't stupid. Okay? I might make mistakes, but I ain't stupid. Alright? I've been with the worst of the worst. I've been down the dark alleys. I've been down the crooked roads. Okay? I know what love is. Love is, I'm sticking with you no matter fucking what. Because I fucking love you. Not because you're the best mate, not because we're just so compatible, not because you just have this nice situation that I really like and it's all good for me, narcissism. No. Because I love you, I'm sticking with you. I'm going to work on this relationship and I'm going to work through hard times. That's what real love is. That's why I don't settle down. That's why I haven't settled down. That's why I'm not quick to chase girls. Because they ain't ready. They're not ready. They are not ready, bro. They are not ready. They are too selfish. No one taught them how to treat men well. No one taught them how to work on a relationship. They chase after the wrong kind of guys. And when they do figure out how to stop chasing after those wrong kind of guys, they chase after the right kind of guys for the wrong reasons. When they finally figure out how to chase the right guys, they chase them for the wrong reasons. Selfish reasons, financial reasons, compatibility reasons. Not saying compatibility is not important. It's definitely a thing. It's definitely positive in a way. But if that's all it is, oh, he's just so compatible with me. We're just so compatible. Everything meshes. It's such a good scenario, such a good situation. That sounds good. But what if the situation changes? What if he changes? What if he decides to like something else than he used to like, and you just don't happen to like that thing? Are you going to dump him and say, oh, well, I guess it wasn't perfect. It wasn't meant to be because it's not perfect. You see, that's disloyalty. And too many people are like that, especially women, because they have this princess narrative. I'm perfect. I'm the princess. I deserve it. Ooh, I deserve it. Oh, yeah. I'm the shit. I'm the shit. walking around like their shit doesn't stink because their parents never disciplined them. Because their parents never said no. No, don't do that. No. Their parents never said that. Because all the kids in this generation are coddled. None of them have had hardships. They've all had a silver spoon in their mouth. And this is why they feel like they can get away with whatever the fuck. This is why they're disloyal. This is why they have no depth. This is why they have no character. This is why this generation is fucking doomed. This generation is bullshit. This is why nobody wants to get married anymore. Part of it. The court system is involved in that, but it's part of it. People, it's a microwave generation. People can't settle down. They don't know how to work on relationships. If the relationship's not perfect, you might have love, but if the relationship's not perfect, then you throw it away. Well, that's not real love. Your love isn't very deep. Your love is topical. Your love is circumstantial. Your love is situational. Okay? And this is why I've got high standards. That's all I got to say.